What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Phones and Drones. So Google did something really kind of out of the norm for reviewers this year, and they set two embargo dates on their new Pixel 6 series, the 6 and the 6 Pro. And what they did was allow reviewers and YouTubers to sign an embargo that got the device early, allowing them 2 different days to show 2 different feature sets. So on the actual launch on the 19th, they allowed reviewers to get almost their first impressions out there. They were able and allowing them to show the actual design and the hardware itself and just the home screen. This isn't the first time companies have done dual embargoes. Usually kind of sketchy. It raises some red flags. This could be one of those cases, even though this phone looks like a home run for Google. The second embargo date is actually next Monday, the week of the launch window on the 28th, when they're supposed to hit store shelves. So on that date, Google is allowing you guys to see everything. Reviewers are allowed to show the complete device, thoughts on the software, cameras, camera samples, video samples, the normal routine you would see on first impressions. Not the case this year, obviously. So we had the idea to think outside of the box, and Best Buy usually puts Pixels on a predominant end cap on a display, and sure enough, they had the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro on display to check out, way ahead of time. Google didn't have an embargo. For us, we didn't sign any NDA. Let's go ahead and jump right into this. Take a look. Here's a quick comparison, a couple thoughts. Let's check it out. Okay, right off the bat, you can see right on that end cap, like I was talking about, it gives you the breakdown of the specs of the Pixel 6 Pro and the Pixel 6 side by side, and a QR code to get more information. Here is what that end cap looks like. Let's go ahead and actually jump more into the meat of this. Here is the Pro, and the first thing you notice is how substantially different in hand this baby feels. It feels like a premium device. Google is not known for premium devices. They've been using, I want to say cheaper parts. They've been plastic phones. This definitely feels different. The design, there's no gimmicky feature like that highlighted color or different accented power button here. Material U on Android 12 on here looks so good and improved. I never thought I would think that Android would look that much better than iOS, but Android 12 really does change it up. The way it kind of customizes to what you are doing and what your background is or wallpaper is really nice. It is definitely seamless. And one quick call out, from the brief time I used this on the display model, I don't know why Google didn't just allow reviewers to get a better look and first look and hands-on with it. It works, it looks great. There was no hiccups, nothing at all. You can see when I did change that wallpaper, the color changed for that Material U, changing to a custom-made and adapt to you. All of these widgets look a little different now. Your quick access toggles right here are definitely different if you're not familiar with Android 12. This is what you will expect in stock versions. Unfortunately, Wi-Fi wasn't connected. I couldn't show you that. But the settings, let's jump into that. It would not let me, unfortunately, pull up the battery settings. It would keep crashing because it is running that demo mode, unfortunately. But we were able to still jump in and check out some of the other features here and get a look at the new settings menu in general. Let's go ahead and actually look at the new security features, and you can see fingerprint unlock is there. No facial necessarily, no face ID, I should say. Pretty much basic here and what you would expect in prior versions. Beyond that, let's go down a little farther and you can actually see those display options. Let's look at this new 120 Hz display on here. It was substantially improved even in comparison to the actual Pixel 6 itself. It was very smooth, no issues at all. I really do think they picked a good panel here. I'm not sure if they're using a Samsung cooperation here in regards to the panel, but it was bright, vivid, lively. It looked really good. You can see also the phone was running, I think it was version, let's go down a little farther, the build number right there. Yeah, you can get a look at that. It was great. I'm not sure if it's a pre-production build and just a demo build it's running, but I had no issues at all using this. Even the camera, all the software worked great. You can see for some reason this one kind of had some weird settings right here for what it defaulted to for that camera modes, but the ultra wide, wide angle, and the actual just traditional telescopic lens looked great. You can see here some of those new features, Magic Eraser, that they were advertising. Here it is in action on one of the demo photos it has. It analyzes it, saw those two people in the back, click erase all, and they're gone. The algorithm that Google came up with for this is really pretty impressive. Definitely pretty neat. You have your traditional enhance button here as well. Nothing else crazy for this. They did advertise a couple of other modes as well, and you can see it right here. Depending on how this is going to be implemented on an actual photo with lights in the background and all that like they're advertising, that could look really impressive. Here's some of the other photo modes in the new Pixel Cam, as they're calling it, instead of Google Cam. Nothing too striking at first glance. That camera hump on the back, they're really building around that. I like it. I don't think it was too crazy at all. I think the design language, it balanced out. It felt good in your hand. It was not too crazy one bit. Same with your traditional settings on the camera. Look great. Video, let me try to scroll up. I'm sorry, it was definitely kind of hard filming this in store and trying to balance it, but you can see it did cap out at 4K 60 for the main lens. I did actually try to click on one of the other zoom levels to get it to trigger to the other camera, and it still showed 4K 60. I don't know if it is truly going to allow that at both levels. But from what you can see here, it seems like 4K 60 is where it's going to top out on the camera front. So not too bad there. I didn't test a front camera. That is to be determined. The build again, guys, this color, it's definitely more glossy than what I like. They actually, none of them have a matte black or matte look, but no big deal. Here is the Pixel 6 itself, and there is a stark difference right when you pick it up. You can see which one is definitely meant to be the more premium device. All of the software features were the same here, but you can see that it is much more boxier. There's definitely a little bit more of a bezel on the sides, top and bottom, and it doesn't have that curved display, obviously. I do love how they separated the power button from the volume buttons here. That is definitely nice to see, and definitely nice to make sure you're clicking on the right button that you intended to. You can kind of see here the size comparison as well. The 6 itself is a big boy. That is not a tiny device at all, but when you do see them side by side like you did there, they definitely do show stark contrasts to what the design philosophy was and which one is the more premium device. Both of them are built out of aluminum. There's not stainless steel on the sides. I can confirm that to you guys. But beside from that, premium materials all around. Everything works great. I had no issues in the brief hands-on time. It never froze. It never crashed. It didn't lag. That again makes you really wonder why Google was hesitant on having the dual embargoes. I don't know what it was. You can see here, it was smooth. I was able to relaunch other apps stored in memory. There was not an issue at all. Beyond that, here is let's see the build on the Pixel 6 itself. There's the build number there for you guys. I had no issues. I really am super excited to get our hands on this next week. We'll be doing a much deeper of a dive into the device itself. We'll do our camera quality, we'll do our comparisons to the iPhone 13 Pro Max, and a couple of the other devices, including the Fold 3 and Flip 3. So yeah, you can see, it flies. This new Tensor chip that they built in, it's definitely going to give the 888 a run for its money. You can see, it's running smooth here, not a single hiccup. So that's it, guys. What do you guys think? Let me know what you want to see. If there's anything else, we can go back, do another round. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up this video, and we will catch you in the next one. Peace.